Hi, friends. It's Joni with Three Feathers Spiritual Wisdom, here with your weekly message, intuitive message from Spirit for the week of November 21 through the 27th of 2022. That is really a mouthful. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. I'm going to give you some astrology as well as our reading. We have some interesting astrology this week, actually, positive astrology. I'm using the Good Tarot as for our main message, and you get to pick an oracle card from the Keepers of the Light oracle deck. So this is an oracle deck of angels and ascended masters and saints and such. So whose message do you need this week? Card A, B, or C? I want to thank you for liking and subscribing and sharing and commenting. All my information is below if you're interested in getting an astrology session or a personal tarot and oracle card reading. Um, I'm I uh, I'm offering what's in your stars for 2023, which is a forecast looking at what's activated in your chart for the coming year. I can do an end of the year or the beginning of the new year tarot and oracle card reading as well. So let's jump into the astrology. I want you to circle on your calendar November 23, Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, because that's actually the day that abundance and optimism and blessings arrive. So on November 23, the sun has moved into Sagittarius, and last week Mercury and Venus also moved into Sagittarius. So we've got three planets right now, the sun, Mercury, and Venus, all in Sagittarius on that day. The moon joins them. In fact, the sun and the moon are going to be on at 1 degrees. They're going to be both together. That's what happens when there's a new moon. The sun and the moon are on the same degree point, and they're going to be on the first degree, which I think is significant. Um, Sagittarius is probably the most optimistic sign in the zodiac. It is ruled by the planet Jupiter, and the planet Jupiter is going to be all over this day. Jupiter is the planet of blessings and expansion, expanding your mind, expanding what you learn, expanding your philosophy, seeking out new values and new ideas, but also, very much optimistic, curious, idealistic. There's good fortune tied to Jupiter. So we've got the sun and the moon and this new moon in Sagittarius. A new moon is the start of a lunar cycle where you can set forth manifestations or wishes, if you want to put it that way, for the next month. And with the sun and the moon in Sagittarius, I would definitely do that. And on top of it, it is at the first degree the beginning of something new. So if that's what you want to start, something new, a new project, a new path, a new business, a new relationship, something new, this is a perfect new moon to to put those intentions out to the universe. So the other thing about the moon and the sun at the first degree, they will be in a positive trine to Jupiter itself, in which is in Pisces right now. The near the end of the day of the 23rd, Jupiter in Pisces turns direct. It's been retrograde for a few months now, and now it will be direct. So not only do you have those aspects that are in a sign ruled by Jupiter, Jupiter, when turning direct, means we're going forward. We're going forward with the good fortune and the expanding, the positivity and the good things. So I just feel I since a few days after the full moon lunar eclipse on November 8th and the 11/11 portal, I have felt a shift, a shift in energy. Before that lunar, full moon lunar eclipse, I was feeling the building of energy, which felt oppressive. After that was all done and we went past the 11/11 portal, I felt a definite shift. I felt this energy coming in much more positive, much more optimistic, um, coming in. And so hopefully you will feel that on the 23rd, and put your intentions, positive intentions out for what it is that you want to manifest. So awesome day for the 23rd, kicking off a great Thanksgiving celebration, I hope. So let's jump into the reading. The first card that came out was actually the moon. You know, the weeks of the full moon and the new moon, whatever deck I use, the moon comes out in the reading. The energy of the moon is just there. And this is about the impetus or the embryo of what it is that you want to create. I'm getting this energy of things are happening from past wishes you have made, past intentions you have set, the co creation that you want to do, and stuff is working under the surface where you can't quite see it yet because the moon doesn't shed full light like the sun. So something is being um, worked on by spirit, and at some point in the future, it will all be revealed to you. Those opportunities will arise that you can take advantage of. So the moon is here in the week of the new moon. The next card that came out is the Eight of Water. And this is really interesting. This is about taking your treasure. See, there's a little treasure chest. And we're not talking about just money. We're talking about your knowledge, the lessons you've learned, the experience that you've gained, the talents that you have, the skills. You're starting a new journey. Here's the ship. It's coming. It's coming to pick you up, and you're going off maybe in a new direction or a new opportunity. This could be literally for some of you, you're starting a new job. But for others who aren't even looking, this could mean a new direction that reveals itself at some point that you start. Okay? This is about the journey, the path. This is about actually consciously choosing your path, following your heart. Because getting on a ship and going on a journey is not an easy, oh yeah, let's do that. Let's spontaneously do that. No. It takes courage, and it takes a real choice to go into the next journey. So that could be happening for you this week, making that choice. The next card that came out was the Messenger of Earth, and this is like the Page of Coins or Pentacles in the Standard Tarot. And this is usually a young person, so it signals a new beginning, because there's a new beginning all over this week. And it's about having the dedication and the integrity on this new journey and doing the work of the journey, taking each step one at a time and moving in the direction that you need to move in. And because it's a page of earth of coins or pentacles, it means the beginning of that material reward that you take, but it's in the infancy. It's not the queen, it's not the king, it's the page. So it is just starting out. All right? But it's still positive, it's still great. It's having that dedication to stay on your path. The last card that came out is not really in the same theme as the previous cards, but sort of. It's the Hierophant. And what this is about is the spiritual practices that you have that keep you connected with spirit so that you communicate with spirit and communicate, and your guides and spirit communicate with you, hearing from them the direction and these co-creation opportunities that you will have, that you will receive. So think about the spiritual practices that you practice, um, the prayers, the meditations. Are you expressing gratitude? The power of gratitude is works wonders. Actually, it is very powerful, and I have it in my prayers every morning in my rituals. But this is really a sign of saying, take some conscious effort on your part to maintain your spiritual practices. And I feel like, in a way, it ties in with the rest of the cards because it that helps guide you to the next opportunity on these paths. Okay? So that's the message for this week, which I find very interesting. Have you picked your card? If you picked A, you actually got a really special card because I got hit with an intuitive kick on this one. You got Mother Mary. It says love and peace, and I'll read the rest of it in a minute, but I want to tell you what I got from this card. When this flew out from the deck, I immediately started to hear Paul McCartney singing Let It Be. Now, you can look this up for yourself on Google, the lyrics, but it's in the times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Now, I read about this song as well because I just got pulled onto this. I read about it. He actually wrote it about his mother. But if other people interpret his song, and he it can be whomever you want it to be. It can be Mother Mary, the mother of Christ, but he was visited by his mother in a dream. She died when he was 14 years old. She died of cancer. And during the time that the Beatles were arguing and quarreling and they were on the verge of breaking up, she came to him, and he says that she said to him, "It will be all right. Let it be. Everything will work out. Let it be." So I just have the sense that someone out there who's picked this card needs to hear that message. All right. Now, the rest of it says, let go of the need to be right, choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. So if one of those messages resonates with you more than letting something be, just, if there's, if there's conflict or if there's some situation going on, know that everything will be okay. Let it be, let it ride itself out. And come to its conclusion because we know the end of the story is the Beatles broke up. And so, but she said, let it be. So I think this is really interesting. I don't usually get that kind of hit, but that's what I got when that card came out. So for those of you who picked B, you got another interesting person. I believe I was named after this person, Joan of Arc. It says, voice of truth, stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution and speak your truth. This is what I really feel about this card is that you are being guided to speak up what no matter if people are uncomfortable with the truth or the words that you speak. Often the people who, and you can see this in our world, the people who actually do speak the truth are ostracized or made fun of or bullied or, um, if they're bringing things to justice's eyes, they, they suffer consequences for it. So I don't know what's going on in your life. If there is something you need to speak up about or stand in your light and power about, but Joan of Arc is here to stand with you. And she has a great deal of strength, and certainly her truth, um, she had consequences of her stand and standing in the truth and the light. So don't worry about other people's opinion. You just stand for yourself. The last card that came out, those of you who picked C, you got Dwal Cool. And this is about your Dharma unfolding. Now, I looked this up. Dharma is Sanskrit for right way of living. So for me, are you, and I'll read the rest of it in a second, are you considering making some changes in your life due to your health, due to your concerns about society, like maybe you'll eat less meat and have more vegetarian type food because of the way either animals are treated or the carbon footprint that creates. Are there other things in your life that you're considering um, to change? So this says, remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. The other thing is that I feel like, again, this is about this new path. The path is unfolding one step at a time, but you've already taken many paths before. So you've acquired many lessons, experience, knowledge, and you are bringing them with you on this current path, this new path. So remember that you've got wisdom you can share. You've got wisdom of experience. So, that will be helpful to you as you go forward. We use everything we learn and we take, okay, from experiences, good or bad. And sometimes actually we learn more from the bad and the mistakes. So the other thing I wanted to mention is take one step at a time to happiness. One thing that came to me about this card is that happiness is a choice. When you get up every day, you can choose to be in a good mood or you can choose to be happy. And right now, I'm starting to play Christmas music, which makes me happy. So you can choose to be happy as well. So I hope that has helped. I want to send you many blessings, and I want to say that I'm sending love and light to the people in Colorado for the recent situation that unfolded last night into today. And we need a lot more love in this world. We really do. And I pray that we will go in that direction more and more. My looking ahead at the astrology says we have many opportunities where we could go into a more positive direction. Um, but we have to choose it, just like we have to choose to be happy. So I want to wish you many blessings for this coming week. I want to wish you a happy holiday if you celebrate. And we will see you next week. Thank you.